hope you're good. I hope you are well. This is Coach Sbusi, and thank you so much for being part of my 5 a.m. club. I believe that this is a community for people that want to level up and people that understand that if you really want to level up, you need to make time for yourself, and making time for yourself means waking up a bit earlier than normal so that you're able to do the things that feed your soul. Alright guys, so in today's class, I just want to take you through what you need to be doing, or rather the things that I do that you can also start doing as part of your journaling for weekly reflection. So we've talked a lot about journaling, the benefits. I don't want to go there, but today's class is just going to focus on journaling strictly for weekly reflection. So I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to be just looking at my own journal and just trying to assist you in terms of what you can do to start journaling for weekly reflection. All right, so when we are talking about journaling for weekly reflection, I already talked about the importance of first creating the scene, for your journaling. So we in previous videos and audios that we've done together, we've talked about the importance of creating an atmosphere that allows your thoughts to flow freely and for you to just be calm. So journaling is very important because it really helps you to be aware of what is happening in your life and to be aware of how your environment and your surroundings are affecting your feelings and your emotions, and how you can take steps to improve that. So the very first thing that goes into it is the date. Please make sure that you write the date, because when you write the date, you are actually allowing yourself to go back in time. So when you look at your journal, most journals are going to have a date, but if it's not dated, just put the date yourself, right? 11/11/2023, because that is very important to be able for you to be able to see when it was and how you felt and thought at that time. So, and then the day of the week, if your journal is not dated, or rather written the days of the week, you also want to include it, because it also just makes us see the patterns in our life in terms of the times of the week, the days of the week. So it's a Saturday today and it's 6:06 a.m. That is also very important. So now that you've done that, speak to your journal like you're speaking to a friend, or you're speaking to someone that you love and trust. Don't write in a journal like someone is going to audit it. Just write like it's a free conversation that is happening between you and your friend. So I'm just going to read this entry. Of course, some parts I'm not going to read because the journal is personal, but I'm just going to take you through so that you see what goes into a journal for weekly reflection. So it's a sunny day. Dear diary, it's a sunny day today. The time is 6:06 a.m. and I'm sitting at my office desk. I just lit a new candle that I bought yesterday and it smells really nice. I think it's notes of cinnamon. And I just rearranged my folks' roses too, and I'm loving the new look. That is creating a setting, that is creating the atmosphere, and that is really inspiring you now to write more, because sometimes you just want to start with the hard things. And when you start with the hard things, then we're blocked. We can't think, we are stuck, because then now it's hard. If you start with how are you feeling, or a verse of the day, as some planners and some journals will put it, it makes you now feel like, oh my goodness, now I need to remember the verse, but when you just start with the setting, how are you feeling, how is the setting where you are, what can you hear, what can you feel, what can you smell, it starts to create this flow of thoughts in your head, because now you can see what you're already going through in your physical setting. And then the past week went by too fast, and I go on and on. But what I'm now talking about is the past week, because I'm reflecting on the week and I'm trying to recall all the events, all the activities, all the things that went into the past week. All right, so then now I go ahead to talk about my biggest wins for the week. Okay, I think I jumbled this up. I was supposed to start with my gratitude, but I think it's the same thing. Wins and gratitude is the same thing, so it doesn't matter. So you want to also just jot down your wins for the week. So what are wins for the week? wins are basically the things that went right in the week, the things that you were able to accomplish, the things that you were excited about, the things that you were able to do. Those are the things that need to go into the wins for the week. You don't really have to stress how many will go into it. It could be 5, could be 10, but really document the things that went right. And I just want to give you prompts for this, because then sometimes if you're in business, you find yourself just only documenting your wins in business, and then you forget about your wins in terms of your health, your wins in terms of your fitness, your wins in terms of your your meals, your relationships, the phone calls you're able to make, all the many things, the spiritual habits that you are trying to work on, and all those things. So try and cover all the areas of your life, so that you realize that you now have a holistic life. It's not just about winning in business, but you're also winning in your personal life, in your personal development, in your relationships, in many areas of your life. So one of the things that was my win for the week was my consistency in my morning routine. I'm so proud of myself that I was able to wake up every day at 5 a.m. even if it wasn't at 5 a.m. sometimes, but I was able to wake up daily to my morning routine. I think I did 4 or 5 days, because on Monday I had slept really late. On Sunday I was pushing something, so I couldn't really wake up early, but I was able to do 4 of the 5 days, and I'm so proud of that. And yeah, I was able to improve on video content marketing, which is a new skill that I'm trying to develop in terms of creating videos for YouTube, for Reels, for TikTok, and the like. So I was able to show up for video, and that is something new that happened, a win for me from the past week, and I'm happy. Consistent skincare, that is also something that I'm trying to incorporate into my life, because as much as I'm selling a skincare product, but I wasn't really consistent with using it almost on a daily basis in the morning and in the evening. So now I saw one of the wins. So yeah, that is just part of my wins. I was able to spend time with my in-laws. I was able to do my nails. All those things go into my wins for the week. So decide for yourself what will go into it. Look at your bank statement, look at your phone calls, look at your screenshots, look at everything and document. It's very important, guys, to be aware of what is happening in your life, because it really affects the outcome. You can't just live your life passive, not remembering what you did yesterday and all those things. You want to be aware. So I do document my wins. So the second thing that I'm able to document, or rather that should go into your weekly reflection exercise in your journal, is gratitude. All the things that you were thankful for, all the people that you were thankful for, all the things that happened the past week that you are grateful for, put them in your gratitude exercise. I've talked about the importance of keeping a gratitude jar. So if you really don't want to be scratching your head, you need to be using the gratitude jar every day. Check out my blog post on gratitude journaling using the jar. But basically, then one thing you can then do is open your gratitude jar, take out all the notes from last week and document it in your journal. I'm telling you, it's going to change the game for you, because then you're going to see the connect in all these habits that you're doing. So all the things that you're grateful for, put them in your journal. The conversations, the weather. I'm grateful for the rains last week. I'm not even a farmer, guys, but I really love, just the change of weather, the rain and stuff. We complain a lot about the weather. We complain a lot about the weather, like in our offices, conversations with our parents on the phone. It's always about low weather, but the weather is nature, guys. It's the change of seasons. It's something that we know. It's something that we expect rains during summer and all those things. So instead of complaining about it, just be grateful, because it brings us water. It gives us a change of temperature and all those things. It grows our plants. We need the rain, so that is something that I put in my gratitude journal. I also just thank God for my marriage, for my husband, all the good things that he did for me this week, and all the things I was able to also do to serve him in our marriage. I put it down as part of a gratitude thing, because I just also looked at gratitude differently when I started to think about, if I could lose this thing, if I could lose this thing that I'm not thankful for, would I be happy? So then now I start to really pay attention and put in my gratitude journal the things that I'm truly grateful for and the things that I wouldn't want to lose. All right, so how did I feel last week? It's also important to document your feelings. It's very important to be aware of how you are feeling. Guys, sometimes we also even lie to ourselves, about how we're feeling, because we are just people that prefer to always just pretend that we're happy, but then if the good thing about journaling is that even if you're not happy or you're feeling feelings of jealousy, of envy, of greed, of whatever, a negative feeling, you can still document it in your journal, because then once you put it down, then you're able to deal with it, you're able to pray about it, you're able to correct it, so question all the feelings that you had the past week. Just check, how was I feeling the past week? Was I anxious? Was I sad? Was I excited? Was I happy? Was I angry? Was I unsure, indifferent about something? Put down your feelings. It's very, very important. For example, I'm just going to one of the feelings that is here. Last week I was sad because I missed my son so much. I know this because I just kept going back to our videos, to our TikToks, to our pictures, and I was feeling like really, really sad, feeling like I'm missing out on the milestones with him, feeling like, I just want him to come back. I miss him so much, and I kept calling my mom, calling him. And yeah, I was missing my son so much, so I did put it down. So put down your feelings. It's very important. It helps you improve. It helps you make changes in your life. It helps you relate better with your environment, because now you're aware of how you're feeling. And sometimes we feel a certain way because of what we've eaten or whatever that came into our bodies. It's also very important to pay attention. I think I was reading something from the Miracle Morning, the book, and the author was talking about the importance of keeping a food journal, and he was saying sometimes we don't even know how food affects our feelings. We don't know how certain things that we take in with our mouths affect us. So by keeping a food journal, you're actually even noticing that, after eating this, I start to feel really cranky, I start to feel grumpy, I feel sick, I feel a funny way because of what I've eaten. And then you start to pay attention to the food that you're eating. So it's very important to really, really pay attention to your feelings and document your feelings in a very honest way, knowing that you are the only person who's going to be reading your journal, and you're going to be noticing what is affecting your emotions in your everyday life. And then another thing that I am documenting in my weekly reflection is, what are the goals and the intentions I was able to smash this week? What were the things that I wanted to achieve that now I was able to achieve? It's very important, guys, to notice that, because we set goals but we don't really go back to look at them. And if you set goals and you only look at them after 3 months or after a year, you're going to feel defeated, because there's not much you can change after that. So the good thing about weekly reflection is that you're able to correct those things in a week. You're able to look at them in a week and see what affected you and what really could have made you not to achieve that goal. So yeah, those are the things that are important, because then it all then ties together to saying, why are you unhappy in your life? Maybe it's because of overwhelmed. Why are you overwhelmed? It's because maybe you need to take the step. Why didn't you take the step? Because you didn't do this. And then now you start to set that as a goal for next week or the following week. So it's very important to look at the goals and the intentions you achieved. And then what did you not achieve? What are the things that you were not able to achieve? Write that down. For example, we didn't follow our meal plan. We did meal planning, but we didn't follow our meal plan. And why is that? Because we didn't do our weekly shopping. I kept procrastinating on it. We'll do it. But why is it that I couldn't do it? It's because of this and that. So look at the things that you were not able to achieve and work on improving in the following week. So it's very important to weigh both the good things that were able to happen and the bad things that you couldn't really achieve. And then new knowledge, guys. I really want to talk about this point because it's important. What are the things that you were able to gather this week that was new information? In this category, you want to look at the books you read. Being part of the 5 a.m. club means you will have to make time to read. So what are the books that you were able to read this week? I was looking at the books that I was able to read on audiobook. I read Do It Anyway, Girl. I want to also sit down further now and look at the lessons that I was able to take from this book. Even though it's an audiobook, there's something that I gathered. I was reading the book on boundaries, and I read a career, and I also took the time to read my career journal. So what are the things that you were able to gather from the books that you read last week? Document that. YouTube videos. I spend a great deal of time on my YouTube. I don't know about you, but YouTube really works for me because I'm able to just control what I watch, and I'm also able to learn on YouTube. I'm just a long form content consumer. I don't really like TikTok so much. I think it's just too busy for me. My attention span really, it's not working for me, but YouTube works for me. So I spend a great deal of time on my YouTube. And the good thing about our smartphones, guys, is that they're also able to audit the time that you spend on those apps. So look at the time that you spend on YouTube, or rather the app that you spend the most time on, and now look at what channels were you following, what videos were you watching. So on YouTube, there's something there on history. You can go there on the options on the menu and then click on history. You're going to see all the videos that you were watching this week. You're going to see all the videos that you were watching in full, and all those videos that you watched and never finished. Why did you watch those things? What did you learn from those things? What did you take from those things? Did it inspire you to do something? And that takes me to my next point. Of course, on New Knowledge, there's podcasts as well, and social media pages. I won't go deeper into that. But then now that takes me to my next point. What were the ideas that visited you this week? This is very important, guys, because we have plenty of ideas that are never executed. So you want to look at the ideas that you got, maybe from the things that you were reading, maybe from conversations you had with friends, whatever. But what were the ideas that visited you in the past week? For example, I was visited by a lot of ideas that I wrote here, including the idea to record this video on journaling, because I saw that I'm really trying to get better at this, but I'm busy consuming other people's videos that are in different contexts, in different countries, in different, environments that I don't really relate to. So I decided, okay, maybe I should do a video for my community, for people that are local, for people that are next to me, for people that are in the same business, network marketing or other businesses, that they can find relatable. So that is an idea that I'm executing right now as I'm recording this video. So what are other ideas? It could be ideas. I want to have a holiday with my family. I want to go for shopping. I want to do this. Maybe I should start this. Maybe I should do this. Those are the ideas that need to be written down, because if they're in your head, they're not going to be executed. So yeah, that is it basically for weekly reflection. I really don't think this is the gospel truth. You can really use it to suit your life and change it in the way that suits you. But my point is, these are the prompts that are very important for you if you are someone that is starting to do your weekly reflections, your weekly journaling. Because when we get to Sunday, guys, and then we start saying plan for the new week, you need to be building on something. You can't plan for the new week if you do not know what happened in the past week. Life is so continuous. Life is really continuous. You can't just say, I'm starting a new week, but how did you do in the previous week? So it's very important to understand the role of weekly reflection and in your weekly planning exercise, because without reflecting on the past week, how are you going to plan on the new week? So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much. Please share this video. Please invite people to come onto the 5 a.m. club, and also please keep the group active. Do share what you're doing as part of the 5 a.m. routines. Tell us what books you're reading. Tell us what new exercises have you started practicing, and yeah, just make it a space where we all come and freely share and freely learn from each other, because that is the idea. The idea is to make it our thing and not my thing. So thank you so much, guys. I love you so much, and I have to run because I have a makeup client right now, so I need to just quickly take a shower and go. But thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being part of the 5 a.m. club. Bye.